The second concept a wrestler needs to think about is establishing a position of control. Once a wrestler establishes a position of control, he can then work for the pin. Live situation drills are the best type of drills to help a wrestler learn how to work from a position of control. Now I will cover some of these situation drill positions. The first one we're going to talk about is a 2-on-1. With a 2-on-1, you have the top man establish a 2-on-1 position. Now from this position here, the whistle blows and then both men will fight to see who can gain a better position. From this position, as a for instance, the top man might work into his tilt situations, whereby he takes the bottom man up into a tilt situation. He can break the bottom man down like such and work into what we call a cross wrist ride, this type situation, and then possibly into a half Nelson and into a pin. So from that situation, the top man will work for the pin and the bottom man will work to get out. The second situation, which is control situation drilling position, is the bar arm. Okay, the bottom man is broken down to the mat. Top man has on a bar arm. This is a position of control. From this position, the coach blows the whistle and both men will fight from this position. The top man will work to establish a better position to pin the bottom man, and the bottom man will work to better his position by working for an escape or for a reversal. So from here, the top man might start working into a bar arm pin situation. From the bottom position, say if Sean's on top here, Sean has a bar on me, I may work to get this bar arm back down to the mat by hipping into him like such and taking my arm out that way. Again, that's a live situation whereby the coach blows the whistle and both men go live. The third situation we're going to talk about is a crab ride situation. This is a situation that happens quite often in the practice room and in competition. Normally it happens when the top man is working for some type of a leg ride position. But this is a great position to work on scrambling from. The bottom man sits on the mat here and the top man goes into a crab ride position. Let's show you what we're talking about. From this position here, the top man goes into a position with 2 underhooks. Now, when the whistle blows, both men start to wrestle. Sean tries to improve his position. I try to improve my position. This will teach both men how to scramble from this position and work for an escape from the bottom and for a pin from the top. For instance, I may work on throwing in a half Nelson, elevating Sean over, and coming off to the side, working for my pin. The next situation is 2 underhooks from this position. Now, in this situation, I'm on my knees, and Sean is in a front sit position. From here, I go into a position where I have 2 underhooks, like such. Okay, let's just turn like this. Again, live wrestling, the whistle blows, and both men start to wrestle from this position. From the top position, I may try a chin suck, go to the side, take his chin, pull him back this way. I may want to shove this bottom man back down to the mat by shoving him over to the side this way and going into a one-on-one wrist control ride. From the bottom position, Sean would try to take my underhooks off and establish some type of hand control. Okay, the next situation is leg riding. And this is a situation that needs to be worked on quite often in the wrestling room. What you do is you have the top man put the legs in, put a leg ride in, like such. Okay, let's turn. And then you have both men work from this position here. This is one position, live situation, the whistle blows, both men go live from this position. You can have the bottom man broken all the way down to the mat, like such. This is another situation that could be a live wrestling situation. You can have the top man in a position where he has most of the controls he needs. You can give him one arm, have him go live from this situation. But having one man, or the top man, put the legs on and go live from that position is a very important position. Normally, in competition, You're going to find at least a few wrestlers on the other team that are avid users of the legs. Another situation that you can work from is a position where the top man has on a half Nelson and the bottom man is on his back, like this. Now in this situation, the top man has to work to keep him on his back, and the bottom man is working to get off of his back. This will teach the top man how to adjust his body and how to get the fall in competition. Again, this will be a live situation. You start from here, top man has on a nice deep half Nelson, and the bottom man has to work himself off the mat. The top man has to work to tighten up his pin and stay in a good position, a good enough position to keep the bottom man on his back. The third concept a wrestler must be aware of in the top position is countering. Countering drills involve doing drills that will allow the top man to maintain control of the bottom man. Countering drills also involve moving the feet so that the top wrestler will always be in his best position to attack. Now I will cover some of these drills. The first one is the spinning drill. The spinning drill is done by placing your chest on the midpoint of the bottom man's back, like such. In this situation here, the coach can blow a whistle. When he blows the whistle, the wrestler can start moving in one direction. On the second whistle, he starts moving in the other direction. So that you get a situation where you're going from side to side. That's a very good drill to help the top man learn how to move his feet. For instance, if the bottom man does a sit-out turn-in here, by doing that drill, it will help the top man learn how to move his feet and get back behind the bottom man as he starts to move.